double audio, okay? Alright. Hi, we're Lyney and Lynette's the Tourneys.
I see.
Although we don't look like one, just
Just
trust us. The source, trust me, bro.
I'd avoid
What?
getting mixed up in this whirlpool of a mess.
Oh, okay. She backed me up. Why not? Yeah.
Come with me and you'll see.
Ooh, is it gross and gruesome and like really
The
gnarly?
deceased is one of Lyney's assistants named Cal. Even though he hadn't joined the troop long, he was hardworking and everyone generally liked him.
Uh-huh.
The assistants are usually in charge of setting up and
Well,
inspecting
everything's
the props,
gone. What do you
as
mean?
well as assisting
There's-
with the show and keeping the crowd engaged.
It's not like what the way you worded it. The whole scene is not as it seems right now, dude.
As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smashed the box with Cowl inside it.
Yeah, but why was Cowl inside
This is
it though?
the real mystery. We've already searched the scene and were unable to find any traces of the girl.
Mm-hmm.
However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank. The ropes holding the tank were then burned by the pyrotechnics on stage,
Ooh.
causing them to snap.
Burned, huh? But the thing is, if they're gonna pin this on Lyney, he doesn't have his vision at the
All
time.
these factors lining up so perfectly makes it hard to see this as a mere accident.
Yeah.
If anything, the more logical explanation is that the whole incident was intentionally planned.
No.
And Lyney is the most likely person to have access to all these areas.
No.
He doesn't have a
Yeah, exactly.
Are
Wow,
you both
Paimons
good
thinking.
friends of his?
Congrats, man. Not really, we just met.
Good friends, but we've known each other for
A little while, it's been like a day. Probably less.
So in just a short time, he was not only able to win your trust, but even convince you to act as his attorneys.
Actually, I think we were forced into this
I know
role.
there's no such thing as magic. The real trick of a magician is holding the audience
So,
in
yeah.
the palm of their hand. I've seen a lot of cases. And I
You
can
know,
tell
for a cop,
that
you're not really
people
using your
are the
brain
least
that much.
reliable kind of evidence.
You're not super smart when you're always like supposed to be fighting for justice or something. People are the least. Well, yeah, that's true. Okay, he is thinking. But people can also be the most reliable evidence. That's not a good counter to him, though. You just said the opposite of what he said. Bro.
I tend to be pretty straightforward. Just know that
Huh?
I'm warning you for your own good. Anyway, you may investigate. the scene of
Travelers
the crime
stop thinking,
yourselves
I
if
think.
you're curious.
It's because of
Who
Paimon.
knows, maybe you'll be able to come up with some new evidence.
Okay. Let's just do our thing. Come on. Hurry up. I don't care about these things. Okay. The guards' investigation report. The investigation report from the guards indicates that the fireworks launched at the tail end of the magic performance set the rope dangling the water tank alight, causing the tank to fall and kill Cowl, who was within it. It seems evident that Lyney is the likeliest user of the prop to commit a crime. However, the reason for the victim being Cowl and the reason for the chosen lady's disappearance remain mysteries. Also, let me just say my thing. Also, let me remind you, both Lyney and Lynette didn't have their visions. I think as long as it's not with them, they're not able to control it. Right? Yeah, because that's what happened during Inazuma, when Sarah was taking everyone's visions. They couldn't control the elements anymore. The deceased's identity. The deceased is one of Lyney's assistants named Cowl. He was well trusted by all his colleagues. His job was setting up and inspecting the props, as well as assisting with the show and keeping the crowd engaged. Alright, let's examine
that
this.
sitting down and reading a book could be a good way to unwind. Let's ask around and see if we can find out.
Yeah.
Now, we just need a major transport hub where lots of travelers trade info. Preferably one that's high up with a great line of sight. Huh. Since we're not too busy at the moment, why
What?
don't we visit the Knights of
You're
Harmonious'
saying
library?
different things?
Maybe we'll find something simple but fun to read.
Okay, let's start examining this. This is where the magic box was struck. If Cowl weren't inside the box at that moment, He might have dodged the falling water tank. If he wasn't... Oh, if he saw... Okay. If he saw the thing falling and stuff. I don't even know where to begin. I guess just checking out the scene. The broken magic box was left on the scene after the guards completed their investigation. Looking at it now, the water tank must have struck it really hard. Well, duh! Okay. Obvious McGee.
Go ahead, have a look around. In the end, we're both after the truth.
True. Alright. Thanks. But, where do I go from here though? Investigate? This thing?
So this is the rope that broke and caused the water tank to fall. The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks?
So either Lyney didn't realize this was a safety concern, or what?
Why are you suddenly so serious, Traveler?
Are you seriously thinking that he's behind that?
Whoa! Look! This bit is made from different material! Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left.
It seems to be flammable.
So if a rope meant to hold something was made with that kind of material in it, then that means... Wait! Why don't you write all this down? Let's take notes!
Special rope. This rope was used to suspend the water tank. It suddenly broke when the fireworks were being launched on stage. The investigation has shown that the location where the rope snapped was made of flammable material. Where do I look for other clues? I've examined those things, as well as this one, and the rope. I mean, what else could there be? Maybe we should check out the thing upstairs? Nope. What else can I do? Talk to people? Hey, can I talk to you? No, I can sit though. Can I talk to you guys? Nope. Who can I talk to? Oh, it's in the mini map. Okay. What? It's gone. What? Where is it? Is it this person? No. What? Okay, let's go to the other stuff. Is it outside? I don't think so. I'm not getting anywhere near the thing that I'm pointing at right now. The mini map. Is it outside? Should I go outside? Oh, I can't go outside without the loading screen.
Hey, you! Yes, both of you! Over here!
Who are you?
I've been keeping an eye on you for a while now.
Hi?
Huh?
And why is
You
that?
mean us?
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also among those who wish to cut down the thorns and pursue the truth. No. And by the looks of it, you're not
Why is
from
this
Fontaine.
blurry?
Well, you're right on the more about that one, but who are you?
Yeah, who are you?
Have you never heard of the Spina di Rosula?
Nope, and I could care less.
From mediating disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums, you name it, Spina di Rosula does it. And I,
Alright.
Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president. Though those who play by our rules call me boss.
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm Melus, Demoiselle's various daily needs and affairs.
Balouche.
Under my purview.
Lamprouge.
Huh?
Alright.
Boss? Demoiselle? What gives with the names?
Well, I am the second generation president. Malus and the others are still used to my previous title.
What was your previous title?
My apologies, Demoiselle.
Ah,
If
Demoiselle.
you prefer, boss, I will endeavor to use that instead.
No need. You don't have to call me boss. Just Navia is fine.
Okay, if you say so. Not that we're members of
Yeah.
anyway.
All merely trifling details. Never mind. Now, back to the situation at hand.
So you want to investigate as well?
I've always kept an eye on the serial disappearance cases. My interest stems from a matter back from my father's time. Judging
Huh?
from the look of things, I find Lyney an unlikely mastermind.
Really?
Yeah,
I think so too. That's why
because
we
there's
don't
no
lose
proof of it yet.
But how did
I
you
guess
come
we'll
back
know
into-
during the trial, but we're against Farina, and she only wants to please the crowd, not to actually find the truth.
Intuition, naturally. My unparalleled intuition.
That's not gonna go far.
Sure was quick to point the finger at Lyney without any
You need
decisive
evidence.
whatsoever, wasn't she? But
Uh-huh.
that's not uncommon for her. If you remember, the justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was pressing charges just to keep her from getting carried away. Anyway, a trial begins the moment someone levels charges. And, of course, there was no way Farina was going to back down in that situation.
Sounds more like you just don't trust the Hydro Archon.
Well, she doesn't look like she can be trusted.
What's your opinion? I must admit that she can be interesting at times.
Like in general, she can't
Liking
even
her
think.
doesn't mean that I blindly agree with her.
That she can be interesting, but liking her doesn't mean that. Yeah,
All right, I've answered your question.
you know, Genshin players
Now,
could learn a
it's
thing
time
or
to
two
answer
from you.
mine.
Wait a minute. Did that answer count?
Well, I say it does. But don't worry, you won't hear any pointless questions from me. In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera?
No.
Well,
What do you mean, not always? No! Always!
And why would that be?
Because doing so makes it easy for the truth to fall by the wayside. Yes.
See, Silver and Malus? I told you they'd be different.
Most astute
It's
of
not
you,
about
mademoiselle.
entertainment.
I too
Like,
think that the traveler's
I mean,
response was
I
most
tuned in
excellent.
for the Johnny Depp's Amber Heard trial because it was entertaining. There were a lot of memes about it. Yeah.
No matter how wonderful the script or how fervent the audience's expectations may be, the trials that go on stage here must be based in fact.
Exactly.
And if that can be done, boss, then
All right, that's quite enough, Malus. Anyway, I like your answer.
That was a
passed with
test?
flying colors. Now, I need to make some preparations, following which our joint investigation shall commence. You two shall be my assistants.
F you, no. We're doing our own thing.
assistance.
Oh, well, I can be the assistant, sure. Or your companion, if you like. I'm really not that fussy.
That's more like it.
Yeah, you're missing the point.
far be it from me to brag, but I believe that Demoiselle's intuition will be instrumental in uncovering the truth.
Intuition. We have enough intuition with Paimon here, okay?
Accusations, and we wish to unravel the disappearance.
We don't need another.
In this sense, our goals
We lack
are aligned.
brain power. So I'd actually prefer Hazel to be here instead of you guys.
You have a point. Huh. You're quite the talker, aren't you, mister? And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've got something on your mind.
Why can, how do you know? Can you see past these glasses?
I have nothing to add.
Oh, alrighty then.
We'll be making some preparations first. Just be sure to let us know if they start revealing Lyney's tricks. Thanks!
I think she just wants in on the juice. You know? I mean the tea.
Lyney's still talking to the guards. It seems he'll have a lot of explaining to do. I think someone will be assigned to monitor us later, but that's alright.
Yeah, you guys are innocent so far anyway. So I don't think they'll catch you doing anything suspicious. Wait, that wasn't still where I was trying to go earlier? I didn't get anything right here. That was just a random scene. Well, fine. I can't climb this either. God damn it. Fine. Go out. What do you mean, E? Is there something here? Oh! Okay. I'm dumb. Examine it! God, why is it going away? I'm right in front of it. It looks like an ordinary box, but Lyney somehow moved instantly from the stage to being inside of it. How did he do it? There's probably like a hole under that. Go inside. Open it. There's probably a hole there. Like exactly under this thing that goes all the way over to the stage. I mean, how long does it take? Hang on. Can I have a timer? Nope. It's walking. It takes about... Okay. I can't get it. Probably like less than 10 seconds. If you run, it's really less than 10 seconds. So it's not that difficult to think of how that could happen. What I need to do now is get up here and check out the other evidence. What? That didn't count as evidence either? For clues? What am I supposed to do then? I don't think there's anything here, but let's check it out anyway. Okay, nothing. Nothing. And last part over here. No. Oh, there's something. Where is that? Is it down? It's down here somewhere. Oh. Hello.
I see that you're investigating the area.
Yep.
Well, it just so happens that I'm interested too.
Why? Are you part of the guards?
If you find any new and interesting leads, be sure to share them with me, alright?
Why? You're just a random
We don't have too
person.
many thoughts yet.
Why would you even consider sharing
Why
it
don't
to
I tell you
him?
my hypothesis first. The way I see it.
Okay.
It all started with that loud thud.
It's been like a month since I stopped playing this. So, can you refresh me on that?
Thud? Oh, you mean the sound that happened during the countdown?
Yes, exactly.
Oh.
It wasn't terribly loud.
I didn't
but
hear
I
that.
suspect that most people heard it. It's just that everyone was
Or
awaiting
don't
the results of
remember.
Lyney's trick with bated breath, so no one paid it much mind. But now that the incident has happened, the thud has become an important clue.
Okay, you lost me when you said the thud was an important clue.
That makes
What?
sense. So, what do
He
you
started
make of it?
sounding like a tinfoil hat. Like, conspiracy theorist.
I'm of the opinion that it may have been the sound of Lyney's accomplice, Lynette perhaps, jumping atop the water tank or something like that.
Why would she?
When the pyrotechnics went off, she cut the rope, sending the water tank
But
crashing
the rope
down.
wasn't cut though, it was burned.
Wasn't the noise we heard too loud for that?
That wasn't the point.
Perhaps the
Paimon,
balance wasn't right.
you already
leading to a
know.
particularly rough landing.
What? Then wouldn't the water tank have started to swing a bit in that case?
Oh, that's true. I
You
suppose
already
maybe we
checked
must
the
reconsider.
rope out. It was burned.
That does remind Paimon, though. What was with that sound?
Okay. Strange sound during the magic show. During the switching performance, there was an audible thump that many audience members heard. Okay, so there was a thud, but I wouldn't say that's an important clue. You know what I mean? I guess we need to talk to more people. Can I use it again, please? Thank you. Okay. Huh? Why do I need to talk to these guys? Were they around?
Investigation team has some new findings. Turns out
okay.
there's an issue with the random number selector after all.
Really?
See, I told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat? You think the murderer would have still made his move then?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Lyney and Lynette with their side of the investigation. What were you saying about the number selector? There's something wrong with it?
It was predetermined.
You're trying to help them? That'll be a tall order.
You can't already pick a side when you don't have all the evidence.
Lyney used the machine to pick a random member of the audience during his performance, right? The lucky girl that later disappeared. Well, we thought there might be a serious problem with the machine, so we had it taken away for further inspection.
It turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't random at all. The machine picks that same number every time. I'm sure you already know that you have to make a reservation in advance to get a seat, regardless of whether it's a trial or some performance. In other words, Lyney knew who would be sitting where from the very beginning.
That much checks out. Lyney reserved our seats for us, too.
Bet you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Lyney.
I don't really want to say thanks, but
Even though
she
it's not
does.
just in case, Paimon had better write it down.
Random number selector. This device was used during Lyney's magic performance to choose a lucky member of the audience. However, the guards have found that it will generate the exact same number no matter what. Clearly, someone has tampered with it. I think it's always predetermined, just so... I'm thinking it's predetermined because whoever's sitting in that seat is part of the show. At least that's what I think anyway. I don't think we're looking for like legit clues or objects. I'm back. But for you, I never left. So where is this next clue? Oh, right here. You?
Sorry, but no one can
Why
enter
do
or
you
exit the
remind
Opera
me
House at
of the
moment.
word
If you
meep?
wish to leave, you must register your identity with us first.
Does anyone remember the Neo Creatures thing? That used to be like a huge game way back in like, I don't know, late 2000s to early 2010s. That's what I remember from these guys.
No, we're not leaving. We're representing Lyney and Lynette as attorneys, so we're investigating the case. Were you always guarding this entrance?
Yes. After the Chief Justice gave the order, everyone coming in or out must undergo a strict inspection. So, the missing girl couldn't have left from here. At least, not from that point on.
What about during the show?
I doubt there was much opportunity then either.
How can you be so sure,
Well, because I was in charge of security near the entrance at that time. I couldn't see Lyney's performance from here, which was quite a shame. Just my luck. But still, I did not abandon my post, and I stayed put no matter how loud the applause was. If someone had so much as even approached the door, I would have noticed it, let alone if they had tried to leave.
Alright, so does that mean you also heard the thud?
We Melusines are good at that sort of thing, you know.
Melusines, that's what they're called.
So,
Why
it's
do
safe
they
to say
remind me
the
of
girl
meat
couldn't have
though?
lived through here.
Where did that even come from? Is it from Rick and Morty?
Alright, thank you for your help. This will be useful info.
Entrances and exits to the Opera House. No one left the Opera House during the magic show, and after the incident happened, only those who had their identities cleared by the guards could leave. I'm gonna try to finish this as fast as I can, because I think this is long overdue. Where is this last one, though? Here? No. No. It's in the thing? Where it all happened? Here? Oh! I didn't talk to this guy. Okay. Hey, you look like Paimon!
What are you investigating?
Oh, this location has also been cordoned off because the magic troupe members are currently considered prime suspects. The investigation team is still collecting evidence. The seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity by checking the guest
What's her
list.
name?
Sure, it's not like this is confidential information. We will publish it later anyway when we petition the public to help us find the missing
Oh my
person.
god, you're right. There's no confidential information here because it's all part of the friggin' opera or something.
Her
I
name
don't
is
know.
Halsey. She's a painter from
Halsey.
Fontaine who's made a bit of a name for herself. Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling some pressure with her work lately, which made her decide to come see the magic show. The magic troupe members all claim not to know her. We have looked into her social connections. It seems that she has no personal grievances or conflicts of interest with the suspects. Simply put, she wasn't related to the magic troupe at all, which matches the features of the previous serial disappearances.
Were the victims of previous cases also chosen at random?
That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart from the fact that they were
I
all
don't think
young
so. I
women
think
around
they're
the
just
same
not
age range, there really
looking
weren't any other
into it
connections
more.
between them.
Okay then.
Yeah, thanks for letting us know.
No need to be so formal. If you do happen to see the missing girl, please be sure to
course.
contact us. It is of utmost importance that we get to the bottom of these disappearances.
Information about the missing lady's identity. Halsey is the missing person. She's a famous painter and came to watch the magic show in order to take a break from her own creative work. She isn't known to have been entangled in quarrels with any of the members of Lyney's magic troupe. So there's no
We checked everything of note here at the performance venue.
So there's no connection with her or Lyney. Maybe.
Ooh, things are getting interesting, huh? We're about to see how magic is made.
Maybe she just sat at the wrong. No, because they were able to obtain her name through that, right? From their seats. So, which means that seat is always the one that gets picked for this. But now the question is though, does Lyney perform magic
Understood.
tricks often
Then I'll
enough?
be going with
So,
Just so
or
you're aware, I will be monitoring your actions and making
rather
notes as necessary.
not often enough that the crowd doesn't know that that's the specific seat that they get from the number generator every single time. Or maybe was that the first time he did that trick? I don't know, we'll see.
Very good. Thanks for being so agreeable. I'd pull a rose out of my hat as a gift for you if I could.
You may spare the pleasantries. I'm just doing my job.
You've arrived. Who's this?
Navia.
I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got a problem, I've got the firepower. Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Call me Navia. I'm a partner of theirs, and we'll be helping investigate this whole
She
situation.
just forced herself onto us. I don't actually know her.
And these are my companions. Would you mind if they join as well?
Fine by me.
Oh, new helpers? I would be most grateful.
Well, let's just say we're tagging along. It's not every day you get to see the secrets behind magic performed on such a large scale.
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Okay.
Huh? Below stage?
Yes, a
Yeah.
world of secrets is hidden beneath this magic box, prepared
That's-
specifically for this switcheroo.
That's
trick.
what I said earlier. The thing under this, I'm pointing using my fingers. The thing under this box is connected to the
But
stage.
before I
There's a
reveal everything,
passage
you should
through
have
it.
a look first. Notice anything strange here?
Like what?
I'm
What
not
did you
trying to
do?
be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help you understand the methods used to perform it more easily.
Okay.
Weren't there balloons and other decorations here? Where did all that go?
Ah, good eye. That said, you're still far from discovering the answer.
The back of the door isn't the same.
The back? You mean the inside of the door? What's different about it? Paimon didn't notice anything.
Very good indeed. I thought you might not be able to catch that, given that you were sitting in the first row. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board. So, if you
Okay.
put two and two together, what do you get?
There's another box inside this one.
Exactly. All right, let's go. I'll tell you how it works as we head down.
Head down where?
Oh, so there was a passageway under
Also, I was right. And this passage linked the two boxes together. Yeah, I was right.
I knew you'd figure out most of it as soon as you saw this place.
He just had to hide the way up, I guess. The ladder, maybe? I don't know.
The two magic boxes are positioned right above the two entrances of the tunnel.
Mhm.
See this flatbed trolley? The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other side using the trolley.
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will face in the right direction.
But how would you know they'd cooperate, though?
I see.
Doesn't make sense.
So that's the purpose of the box
That's
inside
why
another box.
I'm saying that the reason why that number generator is supposed to be consistent is because whoever's sitting on that seat is part of the trick.
Precisely.
But
the inner box
all
would
of this
descend
doesn't
after
make
the audience
sense
member was
yet
put
anyway.
inside and be moved along the trolley, all while the outer box would remain on stage as if nothing had ever changed.
So that's how you did it!
Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this device here, with which it would complete the rest of the steps.
Oh, so it's all automatic. I see.
The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark, and by the time she walked out, she would already be back on stage.
Oh, okay. It's starting to make sense. So it's like the reason why there's two boxes is because the other one is where the audience was standing, and behind that is where Lyney would pop up. Listen, I understand it in my head, I just can't explain it. Then what about your side of the trick?
Right! You were talking that whole time, and you even came out for a moment near the end.
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette was used to achieve that effect. My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the countdown began, I had already gone to the opposite box via a tunnel using that ladder.
And what about Lynette? Where was she?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh, interesting!
That's how we were able to coordinate Lyney's lines with the assistant. And by the way, I was the one who walked out of the box at the end.
I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell who's who.
I highly doubt that.
And that's my favorite part of this trick. Only
She
Lynette
has
and I can perform it.
boobs, you don't.
So that's how it all worked! Wow! Every detail you revealed was more amazing than the last!
I can tell a lot of thought was put into this.
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the
Say-
tunnel
me
and
saying
escaping before the box
half-heartedly?
on the trolley could finish ascending. And then I walk out of the other box in the audience area, and the trick would be complete. The operative word here being would. But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience member. She, on the other hand, mysteriously vanished.
Right, how did that happen?
We really don't know how that happened.
Still?
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick. I probably never would have figured out how you pulled it off. And yet, to think that someone was able to use this magic trick to commit a crime.
Right.
Could we have a look around? I think we can come up with some more leads.
This is the scene of the crime, so Lyney and Lynette are not permitted to stay here. I'll escort them back up.
Yes, of course, no need to be so strict now. I won't disappear into thin air, you know.
Thanks, everyone. We're counting on you.
The magic trick. Lyney gave a detailed account of how the trick was supposed to work. By using a box inside a box, the idea was for the box containing the audience member to be transported across via a tunnel underneath, and Lyney himself would also use this tunnel to get to the other side. Meanwhile, having changed her outfit, Lynette and her assistant would take charge of onstage interactions. So her assistant must be Cowl, right? Onstage magic structure. The magic box on stage has an additional layer to its rear, in which Lynette, in Lyney's clothes, remained hidden. She would appear at the end of the magic trick and lead people to believe that Lyney had been able to instantly move to the box on the other side. Okay, next, why is it not working? Audience side magic box structure. The magic box at the center of the audience stands... The magic box at the center of the audience has two layers, and beneath it is an entrance to an underground tunnel. This was how the lucky audience member was meant to have been transported without the audience noticing. Now, what do we do? Search the underground passage for clues. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. This should be the control device for the trolley. It seems to be able to operate automatically. Okay. Oh my god, there's a lot. There's a lot of dialogue. Is this just the exit? Kinda. A ladder is required in order to return to the magic box above. What else? This... What is that? A grappling hook?
Huh. What's this?
Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh?
But why is there...
Odds and ends here.
Yeah, Lyney didn't mention this earlier.
Perhaps
Why is this
it
here?
was a prop for a different trick. But why would it have been left here?
Unless the real criminal used it.
Whatever it is,
But
make a note of
how
it
though?
first.
Dropped hook rope. A rope that has fallen to the ground. A metal hook has been tied to one end of this rope. Its use is unclear. Okay, what next? This vase. Or vase.
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Okay.
Speaking of which,
It's not like that wasn't obvious. This the puddle is huge. Maybe it was for a trick? Hmm?
Paimons! It's one of those tricks where you pour water into a jug and then flip the jug over only for the water to disappear?
What?
Here's a broken vase. Huh. Did the trolley knock it down while moving?
that can't be. The trolley moves along tracks.
Unless someone interrupted it.
Hit the vase at
But
this distance.
Lyney would have seen though, right? If oh, maybe it's Lyney. He was in a rush, so he had to. Maybe he accidentally hit the thing.
Let's note this down too and think about it later.
Broken flower vase. There are many pieces of a broken flower vase on one side of the tunnel. All the water within has been spilled. Judging from the distance, it seems unlikely that it was knocked over by the trolley meant to transport the magic box. Maybe it was Lyney, right? He was in a hurry. So he was moving here. He couldn't have been moving in this side. Right? Clothing? Oh, what?
Oh, these are
girls.
the clothes that the lady chosen from the audience was wearing, right?
Oh, crap. Are you for real?
Her clothes are here, but she's nowhere to be found.
Lyney didn't mention the guest having a wardrobe change.
And do you really need to do that if you're kidnapping them?
Oh, this suddenly turned gross for me. Bro, imagine. Oh, no. They wouldn't do that here, right? This is a children's game. No. No. Oh my god. Bro, my mind's going to dark places. I don't like it. Ugh. The young lady's clothes. Clothes belonging to Halsey, the lady who went missing, were found in the tunnel. The reason for this remains unknown. Oh. Why? I think I watch too much murder mystery stuff. For my mind to just go to something. I won't say it though in case I get in trouble. But it went dark. Just for your information. High precision is required to complete this magic show, and tracks are perfect for making the trolley stay on its designated course. Is there anything else? Yes. There's one more thing here. What's so special about it? All kinds of props and costumes are haphazardly stuffed inside. Do you think... Oh... I think we should open it just in case she's in one of those boxes. I feel like we should open all of the boxes here. Oh... I told you my mind is going to somewhere dark and I don't like it. The trolley. The trolley is crucial for transporting the magic box to the other side. The culprit must have used this to execute their plan. And the vent?
What is this place?
It seems someone could fit them
Obviously.
here.
Huh.
Yeah.
Could this have been the suspect's escape?
Why are they saying obvious things? Like it's a vent. Oh yeah, obviously. It's not like I'm blind. I wouldn't be playing this game if I'm blind. Anyway.
Alone, perhaps. But if they had to pull another person with them, the space would be too narrow.
Really? The two of you could fit in there. You know, maybe even three. If it's like a child or a small person like Lamine or Paimon even.
But there are no other ways in or out of here.
And Lyney and Lynette were in the two magic boxes. Right, they would have known.
Let Paimon write that down.
Tunnel vent. The tunnel vent looks like it could allow one person passage. Barely, but leaving along with the missing lady seems an unrealistic prospect. She couldn't have left on her own though. Because I don't think she can open the box from the inside.
Yes, let's head back up.
Oh, I hope nothing bad. I'm gonna believe that nothing bad happened.
We've ascertained the state of the crime scene.
Because this is a children's game. They wouldn't let that happen, I think.
Our findings once Malus returns. Seems.
Oh, sorry,
for the
I
wait,
skipped.
demoiselle.
So, what did the guards say? Did the criminal escape through the vent?
They believe the odds of that are very low, since the vent leads to the Opera House's basement.
Well, we should check it out anyway. Excuse me. Well, the Opera House basement.
The guards have checked the area carefully. No one left through the basement during the
I
performance.
would
or
rather
after the
investigate it
incident,
myself
and no one was
because they
found
could have
hiding
missed
there.
something. That's why Phoenix Wright goes to the crime scene anyway, even though the police already investigated the crime scene. You know?
So the tunnels become like a secret chamber then. You know, like the kind you usually see in novels.
Yeah, it would seem so.
The plot thickens. Halsey's disappearance and Cowell's death are both quite inexplicable. No wonder Farina was so confident in her accusation. All the
What
current evidence
evidence?
points toward Lyney and Lynette.
What evidence? Literally, what evidence? The fact that they were the only ones who knew about the trick? But that's only one.
In other words, the charges are very likely to be upheld unless we make some considerable progress.
Charges and then trial. So if the charges are upheld, they'll announce a sentence?
That's right. This is how a trial goes in the Opera House. During the proceedings, the Chief Justice and the Oratrice will hear statements from both
Is
sides.
the Oratrice alive?
That's right. This is how indemnitium is produced. The statements from both sides, the defenses from attorneys, witness testimonies, and even the audience's emotions will all be projected on the Oratrice. To put it simply, it's as if the Oratrice has its own will and is a judge in its own right.
Oh.
This also precludes any kind of favoritism on the part of the Chief Justice. And not that this has ever happened anyway.
Once both sides have finished speaking, the Chief Justice will make his final decision. This, too, will be used by the Oratrice as a reference. Then, finally, the Oratrice will be consulted by officials. The result it returns is the will of justice itself.
Huh? So that machine is the one that actually decides? I thought Novelette called the shots.
Didn't we already know this though?
In practice, there is very little difference. Both have always come to the same judgment, which is why people have great faith in the Chief Justice. Ah, yes, the guards also asked me to convey that none of us will be allowed to leave this place before the trial.
So we gotta live here for a day?
Because we've chosen to act as the twins' proxies. That makes us persons related to the case.
They're concerned that we might be colluding with outside parties, or that we might find outside help to disrupt the case. And even if that were not so, it could prove problematic if we happen to spread key information about the case ahead of time.
I'm ready to break out at any time.
Dude, we don't need to.
There's no need for that.
Oh, I can bring this up. Cool.
Kinda thinks they have a point. That said, are they providing food?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Of course. I just hope you don't mind the lack of options. I'm afraid that catering to all tastes is not in the cards, nor is any guarantee of balanced nutrition.
Now's not the time to be picky, though.
Let's just sort out our findings
It's
together
all
here.
good. I mean, we ate.
I was hoping to take you to
What
try
did
some
we
of
eat?
Fontaine's famous desserts too.
Oh no, I was thinking of. Oh, okay, sorry. We ate trash there. Yeah, what? Oh.
I mean, what better way to properly think through our findings than over some tea?
It's not bad.
Huh.
Really.
Breaking out suddenly doesn't seem like such a bad idea after all.
It was. What? Paimon!
Just kidding! Just kidding! Paimon will still do her best, even if there are no snacks.
What do you mean, no snacks? Of course we'll have snacks. If we cannot buy some, then we'll simply make some.
Huh? Here?
Do you have a portable stove? I can make one right now. Oh wait, no, there's no crafting table. Dang it, I'm too used to Star Rail's mechanics.
Understood, mademoiselle. Everyone, please come with me.
Where are we going? To somewhere with food.
You're carrying a portable stove with you?
We could also do that, you know.
To meet the demoiselle's baking needs
I
whenever
just didn't make
fancy
one.
strikes her.
I have eggs, sugar, and almonds at the ready.
What are you gonna make?
Then I'll get to it. Please sit tight for a moment. You'll get to taste my awesome snacks soon enough.
These three are quite the interesting group.
Must be a spinady or something thing.
And Paimon thought it's
Macarons for almonds,
it's even
milk,
better
and
now.
sugar.
Stop drooling. From the way you had these two guys carrying all that stuff around, Paimon thought you'd have them do more during the baking process. But you ended up doing the entire thing by yourself. Beating the egg whites, grinding almonds, everything.
I was applauding.
And I was giving encouraging smiles.
Oh, so she did cook the things. That's not quite what Paimon meant, but okay.
Paimon was just thinking. Aren't you worried about getting your fancy dress dirty beating egg whites and baking like this?
They only have one set of clothes. I think it automatically cleans itself. I mean, you guys too.
Well, I don't think it's carved in stone anywhere that fancy ladies can only read books, sip tea, ride horses, and play the piano. I just really enjoy making snacks.
Is this just like a date thing? Can we just get on with
You also need to beat them to just the right consistency.
the-
or the macarons will crack.
the trial?
Anyway, give these a try. Fresh out of the oven. There's 3 for each of us.
Only 3?
Well, eating too many sweet treats might send all that sugar to your head. You wouldn't be able to think clearly about the case on a sugar rush,
I
would
think
you?
I'll skip this.
Don't know what we're looking for yet, but we've still got some time. As attorneys, I suggest the two of you think the case over again. It would be awkward if you got all tongue-tied on stage during the trial.
Alright, thanks for your help and for the snacks.
It was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula. Silver, Maloose, it's time to go. I'll be back if I find anything new.
You sound like Team Rocket. Yeah, this is what they talked about. Probability of third person being involved. Neither Cowell nor Halsey had a motive, but after having talked to Navia, the likelihood of a third person being involved seems very low too. But do you have evidence to back that up?
Alright,
That's the question, you know.
we've gotta get our defense ready for the trial. Oh, it's probably gonna be a long and difficult case. There's no point in worrying about that now. We just need to prepare.
How do we prepare?
Paimon's notes. They should help you review the situation.
How do we prepare though?